Satz failed to convince the jury because he doesn't represent and he doesn't talk to the people. See, he protects bad people, and birds of a feather flock together, and he likes to spend his life with criminals, and he likes to turn innocent people into criminals in a administrative contextual sense. See, and the reason why he couldn't talk to the people is because he's used to rigging stuff and using the system. And he had evidence of video proof, okay, of this kid killing 17 people. Okay, and he also had all the time and resources to do the job, but his failure to represent actual public people is a blockade because he couldn't talk to them. He couldn't tell them like, "Hey, we need to make this an example here because this is a real criminal. He did something heinous. He would suffer in jail, but we don't need people like him. We don't want an example that proves to the people that we're going to support a system that is going to pay a hypocritical thing, to protect really the life of a criminal while those killers, the criminal killer, the killer, takes other people's lives and he gets his life spared and he can make a life in there and he will outlive Sats too, probably. So, when you talk to people, Michael, and you represent people, you have to appeal to the American ideals and context of freedom, liberty, and justice, which goes along with an eye for an eye, Michael. Don't you understand that? So you were never able to really look at that jury and get them trusted because you've been wearing the face of a liar for most of your life. And you know why I know? Is because your lies and your things, they hurt me, Michael. And they hurt people around me, and they've probably hurt a lot of other people too. So you, in a sense, failed. You failed the people just like you failed me. I am the son. I am my mother's son. Those people in the audience, those were their children, okay? And brothers and sisters, and mothers and fathers, perhaps. And, just like you failed mine by doing what you did to me. Yes, you did. You failed them because you are lost, Michael, and you must ask for forgiveness and you must save yourself because you did some wrong things. And you're in a position to do big things and great things, always were, but you were not doing the right thing. And I know, and there's actual proof of that. And I am the proof of that. So you failed those people because you're lost, Michael. And I think you should ask forgiveness. I think you should tell that family. You should say, listen, I'm sorry. Don't sit there and take the accolade, Michael. Okay? Because I'm still here. Okay, but those people, like me, have to live with you. Failing them. You failed me as an American. You failed my family in many ways, and my life and America, okay, for what you didn't do and what you did do. And right now, those people, yeah, they understand that he's in there, but you were the guy, Michael. You were leading the team. I didn't have a team. And those games did not work on me. And they did not work during the course of this 4 years, I guess it was. And you know what? You could have said, you know what? You could have told the people. Because the people need to know. The people need to know that the guidelines. Okay, let's just take example of the USC. The guidelines for killing 17 people, guess what, Michael? I'm sure there's a title and a statute that everybody connects together on, color of law or an actual law or not, that says if you murder 17 people, out you go. You don't need to be in this world. Why wasn't that put forth to the people of the jury? If they thought anything more or anything less of respecting that, Anything less than respecting that, they would be considered a communist and supporting of evil, which unanimously, I guess they did anyway. You know, they look at it as a kid. Okay, if for some reason you couldn't take, however old he is, a young, able, a male figure that chose to pick up and plan and take a gun and stuff out there that other people use to protect themselves, slandering and ruining it for everybody else on top of that, you failed. You failed to make that an example. And now it's just business as usual. And that's how you retire. Okay? That's how you go out, Michael. And you know what? I'm still alive too. I'll outlive you probably. Doesn't matter. I'm a nonviolent dude, but I don't care for you. And I know the truth about it. And whatever I say, whatever I think about, whatever I initiate administratively, I have a right to do that. And about you, because I am the proof. And that's why today it was delivered that you sit there and you take thankfulness from the people. And they can't blame the jury. They can't blame the judge. Okay? But yet they thank you. And I got to live with this. They have to live with something you had nothing to do with. But what happened to me, you were responsible for. And now you have to live with this. And I know that too. And I could see it. And it's taken me some time. When I first saw you on that court, and the first thing, because I watched trials, Michael. I could have been a badass lawyer. Okay, I could have been on the debate team, but I don't like to wear ties, and everything is so biased. And you don't learn everything with the bar. The bar's biased too, and we all know that. Okay, but you, sir, I learned a lot. I learned a lot, Michael. And maybe you will learn. It's kind of late, though, because you can't put it into action. What are you going to do now? You think about that, Michael. You write a nice book that everybody wants to buy about your success as a state's attorney, like I'm with my McDonald's contract or the rest of my art endeavors that I never got to pursue because you had to be selfish. You had to go for the gold. You had to get your quota. He's going to outlive you, Michael. And those people, they know. There's nothing else they could do. They don't know the truth about what really goes on in court to the degree that many of us do. I'm not saying all of them don't know, but there's a lot of people that are quiet. And I'm sure that they know that the system is inadequate and should be irrelevant in some circumstances. And where do you go from here, Michael? I can't forgive you. It's not my job to forgive you. But it is my job to witness, and it is my job to know, and it is my job to share and project. I guess that's what I get out of it.